lights on for a new era of Formula One and the first chance to see the radical new cars on track. Reliability and data gathering was the order of the day, with all 10 teams looking to get as many laps as possible under their belts in Barcelona. Focus in the garages was on ensuring engines are correctly bedded in and ride heights perfected, with floor performance a particular focus on these new ground effect cars. With a shiny new contract under his belt, it was McLaren's Lando Norris who set the fastest time, clocking a 1 minute 19.568 seconds as they seek to return to the very top of the pinnacle of motorsport.
I didn't want to be P1. If anything, I would rather be last, because now that expectations are so high and everyone thinks we're incredible. But no, I think we just did a slightly different run plan to the other people. I think we'll see in the next few days. People probably go much quicker than what I did.
Reigning world champion Max Verstappen, sporting the number 1 on the nose of his Red Bull, suffered a short trip across the gravel, seemingly caused by cold tyres.
Here and there, of course, you lock up, you go a bit wide, just trying to test the balance and the limit of the car a little bit, step by step.
But that was the only blip in what was otherwise a bulletproof performance for his new RB18, with the Dutch driver completing well over 2 full race distances.
It's great to see the number 1 on the car. I think the last time it was on the car was actually with Sebastian Vettel going into the 2014 season. So great to see that back, and yeah, exciting to get this new era of Formula One underway.
Even to the naked eye, the new 2022 cars are strikingly different, with Red Bull seeming to have gone in a slightly different direction with their side pod design, with some suggesting that once again, Adrian Newey may have worked some magic with the new regulations. But for all the chat about the differences in side pod design, experts say it's the floors that could be the most crucial element this year in terms of generating aerodynamic performance. George Russell put in a strong shift on his first morning at Mercedes, his W13 looking on rails through the fast and flowing corners. Meanwhile, his 7-time world champion teammate Lewis Hamilton was doing his best to go incognito, surveying the competition up and down the pit lane. The Briton remarking that he feels this will be one of the most exciting and interesting seasons that he's ever taken part in. Ferrari opted to stop development of their 2021 car early in the season in order to focus on the new F1 75, and it appears their decision has paid off. Charles Leclerc had an impressive day, topping the morning session. It was the Ferrari pair who set the bar in terms of distance, Leclerc and Carlos Sainz completing an incredible 153 laps on the opening day, Red Bull not far back on 147. They weren't the only teams to pass the 100-lap mark. Williams' Nicholas Latifi and Alex Albon started strongly, both hitting 66 tours, bringing their total to 132. The team even bringing out a brand new floor after lunch to evidence their commitment to rapid development of their new chassis. They were closely followed by Mercedes, with Hamilton and Russell splitting driving duties to take the tally to 127. Fernando Alonso, now in his 20th pre-season, matched the Silver Arrow's effort, with his team recently saying they would be pushing performance over reliability. AlphaTauri weren't far behind on 121, Yuki Tsunoda being entrusted with the AT03's first day of running, while Aston Martin hit 119 laps in total. Despite topping the timesheets, McLaren just managed to pass the magical 100-lap barrier, clocking 101 laps in the dying moments of the day. And despite Haas having one of the most advanced-looking cars, Nikita Mazepin and Mick Schumacher could only muster 43 laps, the pair struggling to show off the VF22's qualities. Haas decided not to develop their 2021 car at all, but for now the dividends from that decision remain to be seen.
Unfortunately, we didn't get too many laps in. We had a cooling leak which prevented us from doing more laps, but I'm pretty sure just the beginning.
And Alfa Romeo's camouflaged livery couldn't hide the fact the team had a difficult day. Reserve driver Robert Kubica only completing 9 laps in the morning, with investigations later revealing a small part had broken. But even with new signing Valtteri Bottas behind the wheel of the C42, the Finn could only manage 23.
We did have some issues, and unfortunately the issues we had were pretty
costly with time. Some issues with reliability, some mechanical things, but we understand it luckily completely and we know how to fix it. We just didn't have enough time during the day to fix it properly.
Just 5 drivers are yet to taste the new era of cars. Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Zhou Guanyu and Sergio Perez. And all teams have a real challenge to get their heads around the revolutionary new regulations before pre-season testing kicks off in Bahrain in 2 weeks' time.